the SCG Tour. So this should be actually kind of fun. Ely is 7-0. Actually, I played against him at the Team Grand Prix last weekend, where his team, Gerard Fabiano, Ben Lundquist, actually ended up going X4. So they had a good weekend last weekend, and he's having a good weekend here in Orlando. So let's watch him do battle here as Bradley Carpenter is going to start by sacrificing a Verdant Catacombs, and we'll see what land he's going to search up here. Breeding Pool here for Carpenter. Going to bring him down to 17, and it is the noblest of hierarchs. To Kassis, we are going to go. What he's going to play, nobody knows. Misty Rainforest, he'll search. Now hold on a minute. Ely very well known for playing goofy cards.
Yep.
Miscut Magic cards. This is a little too regular for me. There's a Voice of Resurgence. Okay, I think that one might actually be miscut. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling it right now.
A little odd.
Yeah, this is just too normal for Ely. There's another Noble Hierarch. Carpenter. Gonna play a probe.
Some odd operations here. Probably would prefer to probe first if you're going to do it anyway.
Here's a Revelark, a Collected Company, another Voice of Resurgence, Path to Exile, and an Eternal Witness. No third land here for Kassis. Hand's not great. Carpenter will draw. Vines of the Vastwood. I'm going to come across here for 2. Dried Arbor is the land. He may have shown that Vines to Ely. He'll draw a card, will Kassis. It's an Eye of the Reliquary. Here comes the Voice. And now Kassis is going to play the other Voice. And simply pass the turn back because he has no land to play. Carpenter will draw. It's a Breeding Pool.
Would really like to find a threat with Evasion. I mean, Glistener Elf's a tough way to do it against Kassis' deck, but Inkmoth Nexus here or Blooded Agent would both be excellent.
And there is a Breeding Pool. This is another Noble Hierarch. Oh, yeah. A little regular damage.
I mean, Carpenter could very easily have the kill next turn.
Yeah. Voice of Resurgence allows Kassis to block for a very long time, though.
Yeah, I like that block a lot from Kassis. Doesn't want to get into a spot where he has to be blocking every single turn to avoid lethal. Give himself a little bit of a cushion. Once he starts drawing lands, and he can further cement his board.
Here's Selfless Spirit. Ooh, beatdowns, huh? It's an attack for 5. That's a weird game. Doesn't feel like modern at all.
Neither deck is really humming right now.
Here's a probe. Carpenter's low enough that, I think he actually has to do this, which is hard cast it. Kassis' hand is rubbish.
I mean, the path is a card.
Yeah.
Path's a card, but yeah, it's not a great hand.
Revelar, Collected Company, Knight of the Reliquary, Eternal Witness, and then that Path to Exile. Carpenter's going to draw. It's a Wooded Foothills. That'll be the land for the turn. Coming in again. I'm curious to see if Kassis is going to block this time. He will not. He'll take 4. Pass the turn back. Kassis will draw. It is, I don't think it's land number 3. Okay, I take it back. Okay, it's Scavenging Ooze. Got to play that pre-combat because it grows the elemental token. Yeah, everybody.
Now this is a lethal attack coming through.
This is modern, right?
This is modern.
Okay. Where people die on turn 3 a lot?
And the deck labeled Infect has Infect creatures in it.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. All right, there's your block. I don't like casting something.
This is really dodgy because in the process of getting the elemental token off the table, he produces another one.
Well,
I guess
he doesn't get it off the table because now his other elementals are 5/5.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's even worse than my initial assumption about what was going to happen here, which I guess is I was thinking maybe he just feels like he needs to keep his noble hierarch around so much that he's willing to sacrifice the pump spell.
Yeah.
But that was not a great exchange of resources.
No, I don't think so. Carpenter's going to fall down to 3. Not the best turn I've ever seen. There's a basic forest.
Carpenter having a little bit of a laugh there.
Well, gotta shake it off. Carpenter will draw, hopefully finding a infect creature. Spell Pierce strategy. No more. Ely Kassis wins a, was that a limited game of Magic?
Not even.
It wasn't modern.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it modern. Block? Well, I don't know what I just watched.
That was not great.
Yeah. That was a couple creatures from each side of the table. Well done, Ely, with your 4-color retreat deck. We didn't get to see any of the cool stuff your deck does. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Sideboards.
Yeah, we're going to start with Carpenter. 2 Spell Pierce, 3 Kitchen Finks, a Dispel, Twisted Image, 2 Nature's Claim of Viridian Corruptor, 2 Dismember, a Distortion Strike, and 2 Wild Defiance.
I think you can pretty safely bring in the Twisted Image here, as Ely's deck looks like the type of deck that may have Spell Skite somewhere in it. The 2 copies of Dismember also. I like 1 Distortion Strike here, too, as Kassis' deck is pretty good at locking up the ground.
Other side of things here for Ely. That's the fun of sideboard, I see. 2 Negate, 2 Loaming Shaman, 1 Celestial Purge, 1 Detention Sphere, 1 Reclamation Sage, 1 Witness, 1 Courser of Crewfix, 1 Bajuka Bog, 1 Ghost Quarter, 1 Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah. It's a very Kassis sideboard.
1 Surgical Extraction, 1 Engineered Explosives, and 1 Isn't Static Caster.
All right, well, I would bring in the Staticaster, the Engineered Explosives, the 2 copies of Negate, the Ghost Quarter, and probably the Detention Spheres above the bar. Make sure cheap removal spell, some instant speed interaction, that sort of stuff.
This just reminds me of the Teamer box.
Yeah, or Todd's Teamer box.
Or Chad Castell's Absan box.
Yeah.
That we saw yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. The only copies of cards I can make room for 2 copies of were the Negates and the Loaming Shamans. Yeah. And after that, we have a Highlander sideboard.
Loaming Shaman here to show the dredge opponent who the boss is, I guess.
Yeah, this is great. This has been really good so far.
My favorite part is if I asked Ely about any of these cards, he'd be able to tell me why he's playing all of them. Yeah. Like, why is there a Detention Sphere here? Oh, for this, and this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From us coming live 20 seconds early unexpectedly, which, for the record, could have easily been catastrophic.
Oh, it could have been really bad. Could have been really bad.
To whatever game one was over there, to the sideboard breakdown. I think we're gonna toss this match in the old dustbin once this round's over. That's my guess. That is my guess.
Well,
we got a promo. We're gonna try to get through one of those.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's try to work our way through the newsletter. How's that sound?
All right, great.
Talk about the newsletter.
Talk about that. Yeah. All right, well, you can head over to go.starcitygames.com/newsletter. Get signed up right now. All your latest source of information for what's going on with Star City Games, including information about the SCG Tour, a selected SCG Tour match of the week, exclusive deck lists and advice from many of your favorite columnists, all the event results, an exclusive cardboard crack comic, and best of all, signing up is free over at go.starcitygames.com/newsletter.
Way to reel us back in.
We're back.
Good on you.
We are back.
All right, Bradley Carpenter, you're going to be on the plate. Kassis, now here, take a look. This is probably for you. Going to give it a good wash.
Give it a wash.
That's right. Give it a good wash.
Yeah, I would much prefer that people just dumped their deck on the ground and picked it up as a much faster and much more randomizing way of randomizing their deck than this charade. Give it a wash.
We're going to learn a little bit more about Bradley Carpenter here. The 24-year-old from St. Petersburg, Florida, a member of the brand new team here on the SCG Tour, the Next Ridge Nexus. He's got 3 open top 8s. He's looking for number 4, and As we have mentioned before, he really wishes that Taco Bell would deliver on the East Coast, which implies that it delivers on the West Coast.
I've never explored that option.
Would you explore that option if it were available?
Probably not. I've had some desperate moments. Desperate moments.
Okay.
For food at particular hours back when I was in California, but it has not come to that.
Look, if I need a cheesy gordita crunch, I'm going to go out and get it. I don't need anyone to bring it to me.
Looks like we might have a real draw in our hands this game, though.
From both players or just one?
Well, Kassis has got a real draw here.
He draws another land, perhaps. Carpenter with another probe. All right, take a look. Down to 16.
But Kassis has acceleration into night with retreat to Coral Helm all ready to go.
I've actually never got. I haven't got to see that combo. Hasn't happened yet.
No, I've not seen it.
I've never seen it happen on camera, so now would be a good time. Stomping ground for Ely Kassis. Not enough gut shots in this tournament.
It's true. Nowhere near enough.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen the gut shots.
Going to go back over to Carpenter. He let things off with an Inkmoth Nexus. Here's a basic forest. Oh, yeah. One infect.
I suspect this will not be able to race Knight plus retreat to Coral Helm, but...
Is that your expert analysis?
Yep. I'll keep you posted.
Here's a Hallowed Fountain. And here is a Knight of the Reliquary. To Carpenter. He will draw. He's found blue mana thanks to a Verdant Catacombs.
But remember, he's working with all the information here, so he has to suspect he is dead or close to it if he taps out, but he may not have another route.
All right, sacrifice that Verdant Catacombs. And there's a breeding pool. Unblighted Agent, most likely. Yep. And Kassis is going to untap. All right, Ely.
All right, this better be sweet.
Yeah, like if this isn't it, I'm not going to be particularly happy. All right, show me retreat to Coral Helm. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. You may tap or untap target creature. Going to untap the Knight. Sacrifice the Windswept Heath. Okay. Get a basic forest. Untap the Noble Hierarch.
I like where this is going.
I'm getting on board. So Kassis is going to get all of the lands out of his deck.
Yep, and with the fetch lands here, he can essentially generate a mana on each iteration because he has the opportunity to untap the Knight of the Reliquary and the Noble Hierarch in each iteration.
So Ely's going to have a bunch of mana. He's shortcutting here for the record. So sacrifice the forest. Get Wooded Foothills. Untap this. Add a mana with the Noble Hierarch, maybe. He'll get a basic forest. He'll tap. Okay, I see. He's gonna. He can tap Blighted Agent and try to kill him. Okay, that works. I would make if I'm Carpenter, I'd make him go through it.
Yeah, and you might see some other weirdo lands come up where
Yeah.
Maybe there's a secluded or the protection from color land. Serigi.
The Serigi step.
Yeah. You don't know.
Excuse me. Sajiri step.
Sajiri step.
There it is.
He might Bajuka Bog you on the way out the door. Like, whatever. Might as well look.
Might Bajuka Ball himself.
Yeah.
Never know.
Probably not.
Not a great idea.
Not with the Knight.
Not a great idea. So Ely's going to show him how many lands he's going to get, and then he's going to kill him with a very large Knight. And now we actually get to see the Reliquary Retreat combo.
That's the first time.
Yes.
That is the first time.
And oh, by the way, Ely Kassis is 8-0.
That's a really odd match that we just watched. For someone who just had a turn 3 kill involving interaction that has been much speculated, but that we haven't seen before, and it's existed for several years, or a year and change or so. That was an oddly unfulfilling match. I don't know what to point to about it.
I don't know either. I expected
Maybe the
more.
duration of time spent doing unsatisfying things to satisfying things just wasn't great. Anywho, congratulations, Eli Kassis, 8-0. Hopefully we'll get to watch more of his deck on camera as the tournament proceeds. I'm sure we're going to get plenty of opportunities.
It's a turn 3 kill.
That was turn 3.
Yeah.
That was turn 3.
Yeah.
And it was turn 3 that could have turn 3 through a reasonable amount of disruption.
Yeah.
He could have tapped down a million blockers, and even if the kill wasn't good there, probably could have found some backdoor ways to generate a huge amount of value that turn. And yet, hopefully we'll get another shot at it.
Well, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll get, and his deck's cool, and we love Kassis and his work. I'm sure we'll get other opportunities, but I feel unsatisfied.